Hi folks, welcome to Wear and Tear, another outdoor and gear review channel. Today I want to show you the Sofirn SP70, a very substantial flashlight for those of us who also appreciate the good old mag lights. This format, this design, which has very good ergonomics. It's just great to handle something like that. Now this sample was sent to me by Sofirn at no charge, so it did not pay for that light. It's actually pretty much $100 light. I got the full package including the batteries, which are 2 lithium ions, 26650 cells, and it also comes with a USB charger that you could use, for example, in the vehicle. It also comes with some adapters, so you can also operate this light with 18650 cells. It comes with a sling. Well, I'll show you that later. Anyways, I didn't pay for that light, but I'm just testing it. You know, you see all the stuff that I do with the light, and I don't try to praise this light because it's a free light and I'm obligated or pressured to praise it. Actually, I don't care. I just want to work with those companies. I like that they send me free stuff, but I also want to give them good reviews. But a good review is also a review that is pointing out the bad sides or bad aspects of items. And it's really difficult to find anything bad about this light for what it is. It is a flashlight made for flashlight enthusiasts by flashlight enthusiasts. I mean, look at these small details here. You have these springs, double gold-plated springs. You already know that they actually are into details and just want to make a very good product. Now, as to the user interface, this is operated by a tail switch, forward clicky. That means you push the light, you can Morse with the light without any problem. Tail switch, mechanical tail switch, only on and off operation. The modes and everything else is handled with this illuminated electronic side switch. You have full control over the light with the side switch. You can turn it off, you can turn it on, long press, and it comes on in ultra low. Turn it off again, double press, and you have the full 5500 or 6000 lumens. Incredible bright light, incredible tight spot, excellent range, half a mile or something like this. That's what we're talking about here, but you'll see the outdoor footage. So you can do everything with the side switch. If the light is in standby mode, you will always have a beacon light. So this always is illuminated and you see that the light is actually on. So this is the very simple user interface. It has 2 modes, 2 group modes. I have it in the ramping mode. I think ramping is really great with a light like this that is as bright as this. So you can really find the perfect brightness level for any task. And this one goes from ultra low to insanely bright and back. Has full mode memory except the strobe modes. The strobe modes, let me try to activate a strobe mode. See, okay. I don't even know how to activate the strobe mode right now, and there's a way to activate a strobe mode, but that's a good thing because most people don't like the strobe mode. And honestly, if you get something like 5000 lumens in your face, strobe or not, you are blinded. Whether you're human or a wolf that tries to attack you, doesn't even matter. So as for the ergonomics of this light, let me compare it to a Sofirn Q8 light, also boasts about 5000 lumens, has 4 18650 cells, very compact light. This is a very big light. Similar brightness, not quite. This one is actually much brighter in my book. Not just a few hundred lumens difference. By the book, this should be 5000 lumens, this should be 6000-ish lumens, but the difference between the two seems much more substantial, as you'll see in the beam shots. Now, very different designs, similar light output. Which one would you take? This one also has an adapter, so you can put it, you know, it has this little screw-in adapters like your camera. This one comes without one. I like the ergonomics of this. It's wonderful to play around with that. Very practical. If you do a search and rescue mission or a search and destroy, no, we don't do search and destroy on this channel. We only do search and rescue or search and search, something like that. Now, yeah, you have a shoulder sling, actually good quality shoulder sling that comes with the light. Just have it hanging like this, turn it on, tail switch, operated by the side switch, super comfortable. I mean, you look awkward like this if you go into the, oh, now the light goes out. This battery is exhausted. Anyways, you look awkward like this if you go into like this, the bus or, you know, in the public sphere. But if you do your outdoor stuff, you still look awkward, but it's more socially acceptable then. Now, this is a very comfortable option to have the light attached to yourself. It's also not a problem really to carry it briefly in a reasonably good pair of pants, like what I have on, some outdoor pants. Just put it inside. So at least briefly you can carry it around, it's not a problem. But of course, light like this is a substantial investment in terms of weight, and it's rather bulky, so you would think twice about whether you want to take it or not. Also, this one is kind of bulky. Now, it's a soda can, basically the format of a soda can, but it's probably easier to find a spot for this one in your backpack. Now, it's really lovely to handle such a light. The 26650 format just makes for an awesome grip. You can hold this any old way, very comfortably. You can hold it around the head, it's perfectly balanced like this. The heat sinking on this is perfect. Even with longer operation on turbo, it does not get unreasonably hot. It just has a lot of, it has so much meat, so much aluminum, that it really dissipates the heat nicely. Yeah, some additional aspects about this light. Of course, this is like called a tactical ring or a combat ring, whatnot. You can remove it, but I personally prefer it on because it's the attachment point, or one of the attachment points for the sling. And also it really makes for a safer, better grip in most situations. So I want to keep that. Are there any downsides about this light? I already did water resistance testing. It is actually water resistant. Now, it's similar to the Sofirn SP70 that I once owned, but it's much better, much higher build quality. And the Sofirn had the problem, it had water ingress at the side switch. This one does not have any water ingress problem. It's actually water resistant. For me, that is so important. And the Sofirn actually delivers what it promises on the, according to the specifications. A slight problem with the machining. I mean, the machining and everything is awesome, is super high quality in every respect. But here at the cooling fins and in this area, you will have a few finer or sharper edges. Now, if you have fingers like me, they don't care. They get cut frequently with my playing around with knives. But if you have very tender fingers, if you had your manicure recently, you might not appreciate that. But if you handle such a light, you don't care about that. The heat fins, the cooling fins really work nicely. It's a wonderful heat sinking system. Now, this is pretty much the only maybe minor aspect that they could have done a little bit better. Now, is there anything else that comes to my mind? No. For what it is, this one is perfect. Oh, now you saw the thermal sensor kicking in, but I can activate turbo turbo right away. I think it has a step down timer and also a thermal sensor, so it has double safety mechanism in this regard. So here we have the Sofirn Q5. Right next to it, the Sofirn SP70. A little bit of a warmer light color, which is very nice. The SP70 is noticeably brighter. Pretty impressive, considering both of those lights are really bright. So let's go the longer distance. Center we have the church tower. First the Sofirn Q5 turbo. I can see some more details on the church tower. I don't know if it comes out on the camera, but I can definitely reach that church tower very well. I can almost read the time. Now let's compare this to the Sofirn SP70. Yeah, definitely more details, more pleasant light color, both at the same time. Yeah, there is no doubt the SP70 is much more powerful. So, construction crane is our next motive. Again, the Sofirn Q5. Now the Sofirn SP70. Oh yeah, much more detail. Yeah, it's just much brighter, and not by a little bit. It's really significant. This is my conclusion about the Sofirn SP70. This is an excellent, high-tech, high-quality flashlight for a budget price. The discount code down below underneath my video will reduce the price even further, making it an even better deal. Now, if you don't know whether you need a light like that, or whether that light is maybe too complicated for you to use because you're not that much into flashlights, don't worry. The user interface is super straightforward. Sofirn also delivers a great user manual with the light, so there is nothing to worry about. I highly suggest the Sofirn SP70, and this is definitely a keeper for me. I will keep this and use this for a long time. Now this was Wear and Tear, over and out.